This session we'll be looking at tools that will help you modify shapes or models, specifically the Move tool, the Push-Pull tool, the Rotate tool. In order to show you what these tools are capable of doing, I'll just create a simple rectangle like so and select the rectangle. So I've selected all the sides and the surface itself. If we go to the Move tool, click on the Move tool, and we can go to the rectangle and grab the rectangle by any spot on the rectangle and move it around the board like so. Put it back where it was. You also have the option, if you want to, if I deselect everything, perhaps if I click on one part of that, get the Move tool again, you'll see that we can actually change the shape of the object. And you'll notice you have a fair bit of control. It doesn't have to be on the horizontal, it doesn't have to be on the vertical, it can be in any way you want it. Obviously though, you need some idea of where you want it and what you want things to look like. That's by just highlighting a line. If you were to highlight two lines, for example, at the same time, again it will have a different effect, and you can see how the shape is actually changing. So if you want to create some unusual or different shapes, you can use the Move tool to do so. There are lots of different ways in which we can use the Move tool, and as we work through SketchUp this semester, you will come to discover those. Another tool that you will use probably almost as much as a line tool is up the top is the Push-Pull tool. If we select that, it does a very simple task. It does what it says. It pulls up a surface or it pushes down a surface. Now if we just go back, so we have our surface there. What we do, we select the tool, we click on it, and we can drag it up. We can click on another surface and drag it that way. We can drag it in. You can create, for example, use our circle tool, create a circle, click within the boundaries, drag it out. You could actually push it in if you wanted to, like so, and if we have a look, we've actually gone all the way through to the other side. It's an exceptionally versatile tool. A classic example is if you were looking at putting a window in a wall, you've all of a sudden created the area to put the window. It's a tool that you will use a lot. It's called the Push-Pull tool. The next one is the Rotate tool. Probably it's one that I'm not going to spend a great deal of time on now because we will look at it in more detail. If we want to select the whole image, and don't forget there are different ways of selecting the whole image. You can triple click, you can surround it by the boundary that way, or you can surround it by a boundary that way. It's up to you. So if we triple click on it, we've selected the whole image. I want to rotate that image, so I click on the Rotate tool. I can rotate it in that direction if I want to. I'll put 90 degrees. I can rotate it around an axis like so, and what's the other option? I can rotate it in this direction, and anything in between. You'll notice with the Rotate tool, when you put it on a surface, it actually shows you the axis that it's going to rotate around. As I said, we'll look at that in more detail later on. In part 2 of this session, we will look at the Follow Me tool, the Scale tool, and the Offset tool.